Hi guys, hi and welcome to this week's Ask Shane. This week's Ask Shane, Friday the 24th of October. We've got some really exciting questions that have come in, so fantastic. Guys, please do leave us some feedback on your answers, it's always really appreciated. And if you haven't already, do please feel free to sign up to our regular newsletter, which can be found here at Facebook on the Academy page or via our website, which is allthews.shanegadd.com. So here we go. Okay, so first question up is for Amy Aston. Hi Amy, hope you're doing well. Amy, your question is she coming early or late? Now, we've got to be talking about a baby, of course, with a question like that. First of all, I want you to know there is several people that are making contact, so let's just bring them through, see what they've got to say, and see where this takes us. Okay, first person I've got a real warm vibration of a gentleman that's coming through from spirit. Very warm, very humorous. It's a familiar, regular feeling whenever I kind of connect with you. I've always got this sense of this gentleman that's coming through. He's very larger than life, and there is this real worry with you. The thing is, Amy, as a person, you do try to hide your worry. You try to be big, you try to be strong, you try to be in control, but inside there's a whole different story. It's kind of what you express on the outside is very different to kind of what is going on in the inside at times. And there's this kind of sense that the gentleman says, you know, you're always trying to be tough, you're always trying to be strong, you're always trying to be in control, and you always try to be, I'm okay and I'm independent. You don't always ask for help. The gentleman saying to you, you know, stop being a pain in the arse, and sometimes when you need it, actually reach out, ask for that help and take that help. He's a lovely gentleman. He very kind of dry, would say it as it is, but in a warm way. He wanted everybody to be happy. Now it gives me a sense that there has been some difficulty, a feud or people not talking within the family. There's kind of a sense of a kind of division somewhere there within the family, and he's kind of talking about this, and he says that you can only help those that help themselves, and almost this sense of drowning rats fleeing a sinking ship. So it's almost like what I feel he's saying. He's talking about somebody here on the earth plane that kind of create a whole lot of chaos and disruption and then kind of run away from it, and it's kind of a sense of someone there within the family, that no matter how many chances they get or how much help they get, they just create a huge amount of destruction, huge amount of carnage. And they have been kind of quite angry or aggressive. There is that sort of nature. The gentleman's talking about this and saying that, you know, in many ways, you can only do so much. I don't feel that this message is directly connected to you, but it's like you know of the situation, and it's someone close to you that constantly looks at this situation and shakes their head. I think what the gentleman is doing is letting you know that he's there around the family, okay, and watching over you all. But there also this feeling of, you know, concern, because this person, no matter where they go, who they're around, they kind of cause disruption, and you can only but help someone so much. Now your question was, are they going to be early or late? My feeling is that there is a sense of early, but I don't feel concerned and I don't feel worried. You are a strong-willed, determined person, Amy, and this gentleman, grandfatherly vibration, granddad, that comes through with a lot of love and support, and he kind of reassures you that all is well. You do worry, and I think you're worrying about money as well, and there is a sense of sometimes it just falls through your fingers, and sometimes you spend it where you shouldn't, but at the same time he is hugely proud of you, and I don't say that lightly to you, okay? Hugely proud of you. So he comes close and he's very much around you. Okay, understand. And you are curious about spirit. You kind of you've asked them to show you that they're there. So that's him. We've got a lady coming through that is very, very loud, kind of bossy feeling. She comes through on your mum's side. She's kind of loud and bossy, but warm with it. And the name Mary. I got the name Mary coming through as well, and Edith. Edith, Edith, linking into someone here on the earth plane as well. It kind of almost like feels like on the outside of family, but I want to go towards mum and a connection and link with Edith. I'm going to leave that with you. I'm going to leave Granddad's love with you, and I'm going to leave the love of spirit with you. But please know all is well. So my feeling is early, but all is well. And please do pass on Granddad's love to the family, because he's watching over them. He's seeing that situation, someone creating disruption, and says, you know, sometimes we have to just wash our hands of stuff. Now leave that with you. I'm going to leave the love of spirit with you. Take it easy, Amy. Look after yourself. Okay, cool. Right, moving on. We've got a question from Rebecca Buxton. What can you see happening around me the next 12 months? Rebecca, there's a sense of a gentleman that comes in very, very strongly, very boldly. There's a very solid and bold feeling with this gentleman as he comes through. He kind of gives me a feeling I can't breathe straight away, and I've got a restriction around the heart, around the chest with this man, and there is this real feeling of laboured breathing, and I've got a pounding in my chest, so that gives me a sense of heart or heart problems around this gentleman as he connects and links to you. He's on about that you can't square a circle and you can't go around in circles. At the same time, there is a real feeling of determination, kind of this feeling that I kind of feel as if you are making decisions that are all about stepping on, stepping forwards, and moving beyond where you were. You know, there's a real drive and a real determination. You've had to let a lot go, and at the same time I feel you clearing away out the old. There is a feeling of change, and I've got a feeling of what work, career change there, very positive, and I've also got a feeling of what feels to be a home change. You're clearing out the old, and you are very much ready for a new beginning. Gentleman's very much around you, says that you are instinctive and intuitive, and you are biting your tongue with someone. You feel someone is bullshitting you, and I've really got the feeling that this gentleman is kind of saying to you, stop arguing with yourself, trust what you feel. Let's take a card for you, okay? So I'm just going to pull a card for you so we can have a look at that future timeline. But career, you kind of just had enough of the way that you have been living, and you want to create change. You are determined. Apply that determination. Here we are, learning new skills, a craft and an art. Okay, so you have the talent, you have the potential, but instead of talking about it, apply it, because there's a sense of you're talking about stuff, not applying it. Some of that is through feeling overwhelmed. Sometimes you just do feel overwhelmed. You just kind of don't know where to start. It's almost like you need to break it down, create lists, create an action plan, but kind of one step in front of the other makes things happen. He's very much around you and with you, and he's been trying to get your attention. I get him also kind of lingering in a doorway, and he talks about connecting to you on the right side of your body. So if you ever feel a tingling or kind of goosebumps down one side, then that's him making contact. There you go, Rebecca. I'm going to leave that with you, and I'm going to leave the love of spirit. As I say, guys, please do leave us some feedback in the post. It's always appreciated. It kind of makes it a two-way connection then. Fantastic. Okay, moving gently forwards, we've got Tara Quinn. Are you right? Absolutely, Tara. You are absolutely correct and right. There's a lady coming through from Spirit, that gives me a sense of grace. So I've got this sense of gentleness and I've got a sense of lightness. So this is for you, Tara. And she kind of absolutely gives me a feeling of yes, you are right. You know that you're right. You need to trust your instincts and your feelings. Um, I get a really feeling of frustration or agitation around all of this as well. And I kind of feel really fired up. I kind of feel angry, to be honest. Is there anger around this situation? Because there is a definite sense of agitation. And the lady says you are absolutely right. You know you are. Totally. The lady, okay, there's two ladies there. Thank you, Spirit. There's two ladies that are coming through. One gives me the impression and feeling. One gives me the impression and feeling of a Cancer vibration. She's very gentle. She would have fought very hard to stay with us. She kind of was a very bold lady, but there is a real grace and dignity to her. She also gives me the name Liz Elizabeth, that's coming through, and a birthday towards the end of March, okay, of importance. She also gives me this feeling of someone else that's there with you, and I've got a sense of a teacher and a guide that's with you, Tara. You for a long time have known things without knowing completely why you know them. It's almost like this feeling of kind of being able to see between the lines, read between the lines. You absolutely know when someone's kind of lying to you or misdirecting the truth because your body tells you. It's kind of this sense of knowing. You know, the body can be a very, very powerful barometer to truth. When there's a mistruth, you will feel it, you will sense it, and you will absolutely know it. So please do trust what you're feeling. Are you right? Yes, you are. I've got a positive feeling also. There is a feeling of moving on, moving forwards, and I've got this sense of you waiting for a situation to kind of be signed, sealed, and delivered, and you're absolutely correct and absolutely right. So I'm going to leave these lovely people with you, but there is a guide and a teacher there, as I say, on a very light vibration. You are aware of spirit contact, and you have been for a very long time. Yet again, I'm going to leave that with you. I'm going to leave the love of spirit with you. Do please leave us some feedback. It's always appreciated. Rosanna, Rosie, Ashton, Denny, hi. Yes, absolutely, you are doing the right thing. Yes, you are. But I feel an impatience around you, Rosie. You feel as if you're feeling impatient and you are waiting for someone to make up their mind or a situation to make up their mind. I've got a situation that's very confusing or being very confusing, and it's kind of very unclear and very back and forth. It feels kind of very mixed is the feeling I've got. Again, I've got a gentleman coming through for you. Same gentleman for Amy. I know you two are sisters. And there's this feeling of him smiling at you. You've asked for his presence to be around you. At the same time, you're a little bit scared, you're a little bit afraid, but you've asked, but then you're a little bit afraid and you're a little bit scared. I get you now laughing, so he sees you laughing, and you're now laughing right now as well, since you're laughing. So you do ask, but then you're kind of scared. It's almost like you would want to switch the light on if you had to go across to the bathroom of an evening. It's like, oh no, and you'd want the light on. But please know, Spirit are there to guide you, watch over you, look after you. There's nothing to be scared or afraid of. You're really curious, but you are a little bit afraid, and he kind of smiles, wants you to know he's there around you. He's on about marzipan. Someone absolutely loves marzipan, someone absolutely detests it. And there is a sense of a Christmas cake being made there within the family as well. And I get this feeling that he absolutely liked his cakes, he absolutely liked his food. He wants you to know, yes, you are doing the right thing. It's something to do with a career path also. So I know we were picking up on what I would have said would have been a relationship, you know, this feeling of waiting back and forth, not sure. that will resolve itself. You just need to be strong without being forceful. I get this career option as well, and I'm getting an absolute feeling of positivity. You're needing to gently apply yourself and believe in yourself and finish what you start, he says. You're very talented, very intelligent young lady, but sometimes you can be your worst enemy. Sometimes you can make things more complicated than you need to be, or you need to. He's kind of very proud of you, and he says, you know, you have a real sensitivity to you, and you are a thinker, and you are a dreamer. But he says that whatever you put your mind to, as long as you enjoy it, the key is, as long as you enjoy it, you will make it happen. Okay, you will make it happen. So that I think that's very important. You have to have the passion and the drive for it, otherwise you become despondent and bored, and you don't really want to carry it through. He's very much around you, very proud of you, very much watching over you all, and very much kind of there to say, you know, it's okay, I'm here. And he says to you, you know, remember that it's okay to make mistakes as well. You're very hard on yourself when you make a mistake. So I know you will, Rosie, but please take his love and know that he's never too far away, okay? Know and trust that little bit of instinct you've got, because it becomes stronger and stronger as you grow. So I'm going to leave that with you, and I'm going to leave the love of this lovely gentleman with you as well. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you. Next question, Sharon Duggan. Fantastic. Hi Shane, should I buy number 25? Okay, there's a lot of thought around this. You've been weighing it up. It's kind of pulled you and jumped out, but you have got a lot of doubt. So it has jumped out at you, but yet there is this feeling of doubt there. There's something you're not happy with. Make sure that all bases are covered in this. There's something that you're not happy with. And something to do, I don't know why I get this, damp, alright? So I've got this straight away, damp, and a bigger problem than perceived. I'm not wanting to kind of, you know, pour water on anyone's fireworks here, but at the same time, Spirit are always looking for the transparency. They're looking for the transparency. I'm not sure about this. From what I feel from Spirit, it just gives me a feeling of not feeling completely in alignment. There's something, you know me well enough that it's either a yes, and we've got this click, and we've got this alignment, or we've got something that's not quite aligned. That's the feeling I've got from this. I almost like want to say to you, hold out until you're absolutely completely sure, because you were sure, then not sure, and not so sure, if that makes any sense to you. I've got a gentleman that's coming through from Spirit. I've got actually two gentlemen that are coming through from Spirit, and a lady, so we've got three people, and I'm going to see what they've got to say. First person I've got, gentleman, I've got a chest or heart problem with this gentleman. He comes through very warm vibration, very strong vibration, very solid vibration. His feet were very much on the ground, so his feet were very much on the ground, sure-footed, very solid in the way that he is. He kind of gives me this sense of feeling very fatherly vibration. Him being very grounded. It's like he's looking and looking. The thing is, I think that if you were to pursue 25, there needs to be some money shaved off that, and I'm not completely convinced about it. And my initial kind of reaction is it don't quite feel right or resonance. And that's going to kind of tie into your deep gut instinct, I feel, as well. And there's something wrong with damp in that, with that. And we all must be talking about a house. We must be talking about a house, from what I feel from these lovely people in Spirit. So we've got what feels to be Dad, and then I've got another gentleman coming through, very quiet, very quiet. But when he had something to say, he had something to say. I get this feeling of a rapid deterioration towards the end, and a lot that was unfinished, unresolved. But I have got this feeling that, you know, he lived his life with a huge amount of kind of trying to always do the right thing, a sense of integrity. And I've got this feeling that there were things were unresolved here, things kind of needing to completely sort of kind of finished or kind of smoothed out. And I get a feeling of confusion before he passed as well, because as he's giving me that, I get this feeling of confusion. He's not now, but he's giving me what was going on towards the end there. He wants to say thank you to you as well. And he wants to reassure Mum as well. He just wants to reassure Mum. Okay. Lovely vibration, lovely man. Very, very warm. You know, very, 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 very warm feeling with him, and kind of very patient, very understanding. Also, there's a lady coming through that's incredibly bossy, Sharon, and when I kind of think about her and your question, she's giving me this feeling of kind of waiting and very much, you know, listening to your instincts. Be interesting to what you think and how that resonates with you. And please know that the three of them are there. They are guiding you, and they're very much watching over you. So please know that the love of spirit with you as well, and know these three lovely people are guiding you. Sharon, I'll leave that with you. I'm gently moving on now. Let's see. I think we're kind of on the last question here. Margina Masha, hi Shane and Academy team. Should I keep this job or should I go? I think you should go, you knowing that it's not right for you, and I think slowly but surely it's draining you. At the same time, security and stability is a very, very important thing for you. I've got a gentleman that's coming through from Spirit. I've got something to do with head. Straight away I get this pain in the head. I kind of feel that it's on the right side. Okay, so I get this feeling it's on the right side, and I get this kind of pain around that and over my eye with this gentleman that's coming through, and just giving me this very strong impression, very strong feeling, as if you're done with this, but you're worried and scared about kind of making the next move, making the next step, because security and stability has not always been easy for you. You know, it has been very, very difficult, to the point where, you know, you've had to start over and start again. You've been left with nothing. And that has been very, very difficult, really challenging and really hard. But at the same time, this job is slowly but kind of killing you. It's draining you emotionally, and I believe it's also draining you physically as well. And I kind of feel that Spirit are pushing you to listen to what you're feeling deep down inside. I think you're done with it. You know, it's like you're working all the hours for very little, and you are trying to straighten everything out, because I get the feeling that everything was turned upside down in a practical, physical way, very much to do with home and stability. All that was turned upside down, and I believe that you were in a situation that you felt very trapped in, and felt kind of very stuck in, and there was kind of this abusive energy around it, that really chipped slowly but surely at your confidence. This gentleman's with you, and he says to you, slow but steady. Also, I kind of get the impression that you need to really listen to your instincts about the job and about certain things that are going on around you. Do not be hoodwinked. Okay, sometimes things are not as they always seem, and you've got to start listening to that instinct of yours and trust in Spirit a lot more, because, you know, from the outside, something seems as it is, it doesn't mean it is. The metaphor they're giving me, if you look at a building and it looks like a castle, it doesn't mean it is. It could be a cardboard cutout. What they're really trying to get across to you is to kind of listen to what's being said to you, okay? Because something seems a certain way, it doesn't mean it is. Okay, impressions doesn't always mean that it is what it is. You almost like need to kind of look underneath it and around it. I think that's really, really important. And gentlemen, it kind of feels like it's either a kind of lump, tumour or bleed, but he's very much trying to get you to kind of trust. Instinct is really important because it's like within the situation with the job, you know, you listen to that instinct, instinct says to go, but the fear says to stay. Same with the situation around you, that something doesn't seem as it is. Again, look at it, you see it in one way, but what you've got to do is get underneath it and feel it in another. I leave his love with you. I can see another job as well, so there's a sense that you will make this leap and change, but you don't quite feel ready yet. But the thing is to honour the feeling, to honour the instinct, so you know, right, okay, yes, I know it's not right for me, I should go, right, okay, I'm not quite ready to, but I'm going to make the steps to make it happen. I think that's really good advice. Please take his love, and also a lady coming through that feels to be a grandmotherly vibration, very strong, very solid, a lot of backbone with her, and she had back problems. I leave that with you, going to leave the lover spirit with you, Majina, and guys, please, please, please do leave us some feedback. It's always really appreciated. Websites of importance are www.shanegadd.com, and do feel free to sign up to our regular newsletter, which will be going out next month, back in the flow regularly, and it will have Q&A, spirit messages, meditations, videos, lots of interesting, exciting information about spirit, the academy and the afterlife. So I'm going to leave that with you, and I'm going to leave the love of spirit with you all. Thanks guys, thank you.